Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Disco Elysium. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today. Our best cops are on the scene, and no, my character doesn't agree. I was just looking around, but my character looks like he's saying no. And yes, we have an interview up here. We are gonna interview the somebody very closely related. This is actually, wait a minute. There's something else we can read about this. She was raped by that man over there, and then that man got killed by Hardy down below, and hanged by them all, by the Hardy boys. We haven't done, I just absolutely did not interact with the body yet, and I probably should have. And she's up here, I bet she has a line of sight onto the body.
Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other. And she's smoking, because you could hear her smoke. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean, says our electrochemistry, on an easy check.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
I don't think she will. That might actually be a hint as to other things. We heard of the cleaning lady before. Actually, the cleaning lady... We heard of the previous, not owner, but sort of like barkeep, and she just left. Nice view you've got here. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is there a cleaning lady? I think I need one. Proceed politely. I'm not sure what it means to proceed politely. Because I have this one. I think it just means the normal proceed, because there's some, you might remember, there's some dialogues where we can choose all the options before the last one, and the last one is to go to the next dialogue tree, and it says that, which is really good and handy. But this one, instead of just having one, it has two, and I can proceed in a rush. Let's say this one, because I think it's gonna still allow me to say that one. Nice view you've got here.
Nice? I don't know about that, officer.
She looks north, towards the yard, where a ripe corpse doesn't hang anymore from the tree, because the measurehead brought it down. Spotted with green and purple. The corpse, not the tree. Although the tree maybe has those colors as well. The woman doesn't flinch, but there is something in her light brown eyes. A sadness, says our empathy, on a medium check. You mentioned a cleaning lady. I think I need one.
Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell is opened in there.
Disco Infernum. Hell. There are vortices of dark energy present, but not to hell. To another place, a third place. The heaven? He's got the first place where we are. The second place would be the hell and heaven, maybe? Much different from our world. I don't think I want that. But no, I just trashed the place. Let's be honest.
I know. That's probably also why the cleaning lady quit.
Yeah.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have ever seen in my life, and I have seen a few. Oh yeah, life gets hard, but we go on.
She declares that. She doesn't sing that. I'm not really sure, because it's not even, like, the voice actress is doing her job, I think, because it could be that she was supposed to sing that and she didn't. But no, the narrator says she declares that, so I'm not sure. Is that a name of a song? Or, I don't know, maybe a line. It sounds like a line. Let's see. It's gotten pretty hard in the meantime. How long do you think until the hard wears us down? Oh, that's a lovely line. Huh, that's a really cool line. And then we can imitate a siren. Oh, because of the to-do-do-do. Oh, that's a cutesy way of imitating a siren. Things are only getting easier for me. I'm a policeman. Yeah, let's not mention the karaoke, I would think. Let's go with this one. How long do you think until the hard wears us down?
Oh, I've got a couple good years left on my warranty.
She looks down at her body, shimmering in the silver jumpsuit.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man who was hanged. The people responsible have asked us to talk to you.
The people responsible, Kim?
Ah, I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette. Be careful. Ask something else first, says our suggestion on an easy check. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult. Okay, yeah, we got some wildflowers last episode, which was pretty cool. What's your name, miss? Nice room you've got here. Tell us... Yeah. So let's ask her name, for the record. Klaziamandu. Yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Yeah, maybe Finnish or Swedish, maybe? I don't know. Amandu over here sounds French to me, I suppose. Where are you from? Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. Dutch, possibly? I don't know. What is orange? Yeah. Oh, indeed, what is orange? I don't want to ask that right now, necessarily. How old are you? I'm 28. She takes a drag. Thank you. That's it, for the record. The record. So official, she says. Yeah, nice room you've got here. Yeah, it's pretty. Deluxe, she says. No one likes to talk about their dirty laundry and their empty bottles. Maybe if you phrase it emotionally, as in I hate empty bottles and dirty laundry or something. That's an emotion, the hate. What are you doing here in the whirling in rags? I can look around. Hate to say it, but you've got sad all over the place. Yeah, that's emotional, all right. You have quite the collection of prescription drugs down there. Let's not get into that business and immediately, point out that I have been snooping through her prescription drawer, or not a drawer, but whatever. That window is new. It is. It is indeed. Suggestion, should I go with you? Should I do this? That window is new, I'm gonna say. It is. She moves slightly to your left to check her reflection in it. The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer unsatisfying. Huh. I would guess he finds the answer unsatisfying. What are you giving me here? Oh, yeah, we need to get Classy to... Classy's version of the events, tactfully. Let's do this one. I'm not really sure where it's gonna go. It's not something I'm completely opposed to saying, so... Hate to say it. Even though I don't really hate. I just don't want to, but yeah. But you've got sad all over the place. Yeah, she draws out the vowel. Yeah. I've contaminated it pretty bad. Is that why you're out here? I'm gonna ask, and she nods. The contamination spreads from room to room. First I escaped upstairs, the sad got that too. And then I found the handle for the summer door. Interesting, I didn't know that these were called summer doors. What exactly is the nature of this contamination? I'm gonna ask. For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you? Talk around the establishment is you have an industrial... Oh, the talk around... Yeah, right. Talk around the establishment is you have an industrial sad pill in there. She taps the roof with her heel. A challenging success for our inland empire. Somewhere below, military-grade sad is dripping off the walls. You should say the first thing. It's honest. It will lead to introspection. Inland empire? Are you actually... I love it. You should say the first thing is literally the game telling me choose option 1. Yes, I will, Inland Empire. Something bad, point to your head. in my head, in the past. That's where it always comes from, isn't it? From the head and from the past, she says. I think I'm remembering her. I think I said last episode that she was kind when we talked the first time around. And I think more than that, empathic. Like, immediately as I point out the sad, immediately she says that I have sad as well, which is, literally empathy. But also, of course, insightful enough. Not that it is not that it is hard to spot the sadness in my character, but still, it's a feeling. I'm gonna say white and filled with doom, gaseous, invisible, deadly. It's everywhere. It sounds like an advanced form of what I've got, she says, with a bit of old love sprinkled on top. Yeah, it doesn't feel like love at all. Are you sure? She asks. Love is terror. She breathes in a large billow of menthol-infused smoke, savors it, and lets it out slowly. I was gonna say that the contamination subject there is a very common. Well, it's a way of explaining it and talking about it, but it's a very common thing for victims of trauma. Because it basically is a form of triggering of repressed, not necessarily repressed memories in the sense that repressed memories are a specific thing, but like, she relives the moments of her past whenever she is reminded of her past, and that reminding can be literally anything, including her own clothes or anything, like old clothes, as she was mentioning. So the fact that she needs to move on is interesting, but it also means that this question assumes a different subtext, or rather, not necessarily subtext, but a different context, because she wants to move on, but not that much. And she might be in denial, of course. She might actually need to move on, and that's her changing the places where she stays, but not want to move on for whatever reason. So what are you doing here in the whirling in rags? I'm wintering, she says. How long have you been staying here? Asks Kim, and she calculates. About 4 months. I came in November. The bills downstairs concur, says our logic. Yeah, why here though? Here in the Whirling? Here in Martinez or here in Revachol? Here in the Whirling, actually. Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez, and because all the other buildings are bumped to hell. Huh. I have other questions for you. Okay, she takes a pensive drag of her cigarette. I can talk about the room, but that goes back to that. Yeah. So, they tell us you've been through something difficult. Actually, well, before I talk about that, what is this wild flower? I'm gonna show her the flower that I picked up. She looks at the dried petals in your palm and then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. It's all one word, though. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style? Sudden change of topic. Yes. Yes, indeed, sudden change of topic. That's I assume it's there and written like this because it's not the normal flow of the conversation, and it's just there so you can, actually change the topic. But because there's no real reasonable way of changing the topic, they just decided to go, I gotcha. Let's talk about something else. What's Sambo? A martial art, sir. She raises an eyebrow. Is that it? Samurai boxing or Sambo. Graceful martial arts stuff. Sambo style implies stealth and cool. Oh. The one I caught Sambo style. Right. I thought the Maybell was Sambo style. Not me. I caught it Sambo style. Yeah. Why was it there? Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind? Or an admirer? Asks our suggestion. Really? Well, actually, we know of somebody who, yeah, that would be Hardy. Most likely, the admirer here. I'm gonna say nothing. She watches you pocket the petals and then closes her eyes as she breathes in the cigarette fume. Yeah, they tell us you've been through something difficult. Something difficult? She raises her eyebrow. I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean? I don't know which one of these is the correct one. From just as a general rule, let alone for her own character and situation. I would think I would think this one is the best, because it is acknowledging, like, it's not minimizing is what I mean, but it does depend, and I'm not trained in dealing with people in this situation, obviously, so and my voice is disappearing for some reason. So I wouldn't know if this is the correct one. I'm gonna ask, have you been raped? It's a bit early in the morning for raped, she says. But that doesn't necessarily mean that she's reacting negatively, because the other one could have been even worse. She sounds positively buoyant, says our empathy. Vivacious, totally unbothered. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, actually it's afternoon. It's a good point. Yeah, actually it's already afternoon. Is it? Squinting, she takes a look around. The spring sun is high in the sky. People pass below. It is afternoon. She looks into her coffee cup. Time flies, man. So were you? Why the option there? I asked, so were you? She says, yeah. She draws out the word again. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him. By him, she means the victim. No, the rapist, or the accused anyway, or in this case not accused. But here, the victim here, it threw me off. It threw me immediately off because I was like, who, he got raped? What? What's going on? No, the victim here of the murder. Shut up, reaction speed. Get out. Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know? If they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more... And she searches for the word and then shrugs. Rapeable. What the heck's going on here? Tell them it's not my style. I don't want to say that shit about him. Tell them it's not my style. What is not your style? I would understand if this is he's not my style. They'll have to, you know, they'll have to get someone more. Is it rapeable or rapist? Like as a They want to, if they want to, yeah. I think the implication here is that it's not her style to be a victim of rape, whatever that means, so they will need to find somebody who is more of that style, which is all sorts of worrying for her own health and as well for the subtext of the what she's trying to say here. Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted? Oh. Interesting. That does explain. That does change. Yeah, Kim, thanks. You spot things a lot better. I'm not really sure. I was so focused on trying to figure out what's going on with the victim than with the victim here, the quote victim, the hanged man. Then that I sort of forgot about that potential thing. I want to, have you been raped? She says yeah right at the beginning. So it does come across, and I didn't read it as that. When I asked, so weren't you? Yeah, there it is. And I didn't read it as that, but it comes across as indifferent. Anyway, Kim asks that, and she says, "Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery, sexual assault maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier." It's pretty obvious. Well, I was gonna say it's pretty obvious who asked her. That would be Hardy, but also it does imply, even if it wasn't Hardy, it does imply that Hardy was lying a lot when he said that she was raped, because he was selling that. I think that he was selling that. Titus asked you to spice things up for us. What did happen between between you and the victim? What can you tell me about him? Yeah, I want to ask what did happen between you and the victim. That's really what matters. Well, yeah, I'll be the judge of what happens after, or of how I think about it, or what I think about it. We partied, she says. Oh, I've heard that word before. What kind of partying? I'm gonna point to my bloated face. The kind I do? With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that. Both of these options are very special, and I don't know which one I want. I'm gonna go with the second one, harder than this, and I'm gonna keep pointing to my face. I didn't know it was physically possible. Oh, it is. She takes a long drag. You're still alive. What did you do when you partied? Asks Kim. We drank, sir. She takes a sip of her coffee. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him. What else? Asks Kim. Stimulants? Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder, and then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite a combination. We also had sex. Okay. You were lovers? I guess you can say that. Yes, a bit. Lovers is such an emotional word. But actually it is an interesting word. It is an interesting word. It is an emotional word though, but it's interesting. Anyway, I thought because it sort of it is weird. I wasn't 100% sure I was gonna choose that line precisely because of the sort of implicit meaning behind just being affectionate to each other. Because I suppose, you know, if any two people who are affectionate to each other are considered lovers, that is a very reductionist way of looking at affection, I think, and as well at love. But so, and I'm saying that because there are some people who do reduce it to that, and it's fair, I suppose, to do that. But it's sort of like it's a certain kind of person that says that. I think like, oh, you were lovers, even though, I mean, they're just boyfriend and girlfriend or something like that, and thinking about it as in lovers, it does sort of imply other things about my character if I say that. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. It doesn't here, I don't think. She's gonna say it's such an emotional word. But there was something there. We did enough drugs for there to be. How did you two meet? Asks Kim. The lieutenant's voice is quiet and calm. Downstairs. She taps on the roof with her 10-centimeter heel. I'm good enough to know how long that heel is. It's good. I'm the best at measurements. At the bar, she says. It was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know, had a cool scar. A scary scar. She appears aloof, says our suggestion, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension. With longing, she misses him. Oh. With longing, she misses him. That's our empathy saying, not suggestion. Suggestion talked before. When was this? Asks Kim. A month ago? Something like that. So they did have sex. So she might have been raped anyway, but she's just denying it? Or she wasn't. And they just had a perfectly healthy consensual relationship, even though drugs were involved, which sort of is a big problem because consent while you're drugged, or it's a complicated thing, and I would rather not think about it right now because I don't. Yeah. How do the Hardy Boys know you? They're frequent guests, she says. Downstairs. She looks at the floor. It's tarred. They have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now, she says. How did you meet? Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter. Did you party? A little, yeah. Oh, this loops back. Oh, no, it doesn't loop back. I'm asking if she partied with, not the Hardy Boys specifically. Actually, I am asking with the Hardy Boys. And she says a little, yeah. Like you partied with the deceased? Asks Kim. No, no, she says. Not as hard. I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys? Asks Kim. I have, she says. Which one? I'm gonna ask. Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously, but as I said, it's been a long winter. Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him? Yeah. It is weird that she's... Like, the longing there... She admits to having feelings while they were alive. While he was alive. The hanged man. But she still has longing for him. So... It's weird that she's not upset at him having been killed. Rape or no rape. Could that be why they lynched him? Jealousy? Yeah, because that would explain the request for the allegations. False or not. I hope not. A pause. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? I don't. Actually, I don't. But that's probably where they got the rape idea. Yeah, you having had a sexual relationship adds a lot to those, of credence to those accusations. What do you mean, though? Men like that? She asks. I don't know. Another pause. It's the way their imagination works. Or their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me. This is very complicated. I'm not sure where we are. We have other things to ask, and we will ask them, but not right now because we're out of time for the day, so we'll do that when I come back from work, because I'm off to work now. And then I'll record the next episode. But for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Disco Elysium. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.